So if we look at the first one, we learned from last week, what is the rule? You can add them together if and only if what? Okay, the numbers on this inside are the same and the numbers for the index are the same. Okay, so the index goes right here. If there is nothing there, what is it? A 2. Okay, and then if there is no number out front, it is a 1. Okay, so there's really a ghost 2 and a ghost 1 right there. Okay, so if we look at number 1, which ones can I add together? The 3 and the 3. Okay, so and then all of these are going to have a 1, and a 1 in front. So what is 1 plus 1? 2 square root 3 plus 1 square root 5. Okay, we cannot combine this 3 and this 5 together because they're different. So this is our answer. Okay, look at 3. What can we combine? Which ones can go together? The 45s. Okay, so negative 3 plus 3 is going to be 0. So we got 2 square root of 54 plus 0 square root of 45. Okay, now I want you to just think here. Even if you simplify this, okay, what is 0 times anything? 0. So this is going to cancel out. Okay. So don't, I mean, you can do all the work and simplify this, but it's really unnecessary. Okay. The 54, what are some factors of 54? 2 and 27. 27. 3 and 9. And then 9. 3 and 3. Okay, what do we need to do with this 2? What do we need to do with that guy? Okay, we're going to drop him down. We're going to say 2. And then who can go? A group of 3s. Who cannot go? This 2 and this 3. Okay, what do we do with these? Multiply them. So 2 times 3, it's going to be 6 square root of 6. Okay, so that's just a recap on the addition and subtraction. Okay, what we're mainly going to focus on today is the multiplication. Okay, what happens when we multiply two radicals together. Okay, these are obviously the simpler radicals. Okay, and the first one I'm going to do definitely the longer way. Okay, and then we can definitely cut some steps out. Okay, here's the rule. As long as the index is the same, you can multiply the radicals together. Okay, what is the index? Yeah, there's nothing here, so it's a 2. Okay, so if the indexes are the same, we can multiply the radical together. Okay, so really what's going to happen is you can put these two underneath the same radical. Okay, so we got 5 and 2. And what do you do with two numbers when they're right next to each other? You multiply them. So essentially you're getting 5 times 2, which is what? 10. Okay, and then we simplify. Okay, and what are some factors of 10? 2 and 5. Okay, and that's it. So can this simplify? No, everybody's going to go back on the inside because there's no groups. So square root of 10 is our answer. There's no simplification there that is needed. Okay, look at 7. Are our indexes the same? What's the index? The outside number, which is what? 2. There's nothing there. We're talking about this little baby number right here and right here. Okay, there's nothing there, so it's a 2. So we can multiply the insides together. What is 10 times 15? 150. And so rather than writing it out, you can just write the 150 there, okay, and save yourself a step. Okay, and then we say, well, what are some factors of 150? 2 and 75. 75. 3 and 25, 25. 5 and 5. Okay, so who can go? The 5s. Who cannot go? The 2 and 3. And what do we do with those? Multiply them. So you're going to get 5 square root of 6. Okay, 9. Our index is the same. Yes, they both got a baby 2 there on the outside, okay? Or there's nothing. You can look at it. So 6 times 6. 36. And then we say, well, what are some factors of 36? Don't all shout out at once. 2 and 18. 18. 2 and 9. And then 9. 3 and 3. Okay, who can go? One group of 2 and one group of 3s. Who cannot go? No one. Okay, see how there's nothing left on the inside? That is because this is a perfect square root. Okay, what is the square root of 36? 6. Okay, and that's how we get this 2 and 3 is going to give me 6. Square root of nothing, which is just 6. Okay, I can tell you for sure, okay, if you do not know your perfect square roots already, you need to probably start learning. Okay, when you go to Algebra 2, this is not like a thread or anything like that. They don't do the tree method, okay? They do the memorization method, meaning you need to pull out the perfect root, okay? So out of 150, you should be able to pull out the perfect root, okay? The perfect roots are like a square root of 9 is 3. Okay, a square root of 16 is 4. A square root of 25 is 5. Okay, square root of 36 is 6. Okay, which is what we've got here. Now, if you don't know your perfect roots already, that's okay. That's why we do the tree method. Okay, but when you're left with nothing on the inside, that means it's a perfect root. Okay. 11, we got 10 times 20. Ten times 20? 200. Okay, and then what are some factors of 200? 2 and 100. 2 and 50. 2 and 25. 5 and 5. Okay, so who can go? The set of 5s. Who else? A group of 2s. Who cannot go? The single 2. Okay, this guy right here, he can't go. He doesn't get a match. And then what do we do with that 2 and that 5? Multiply. So 2 times 5. It's going to be 10 square root 2. Okay, 13. We got 20 times 5. 100. Okay, and what are some factors of 100? 2 and 50. 2 and 25. 5 and 5. Okay, so with that, who can go? A group of 2 and a group of 5s. Who cannot go? No one. What's that mean? If there's no one left over, what does that mean? It means it's a perfect square root. Okay, so this 2 times 5 is going to be 10 with a square root of nothing, which is just 10. Okay, a square root of 100 is 10. Okay, 15. We got 15 times 15. 225. What are some factors of 225? 3 and 75. We got 3 and 25. and 5 and 5. Who can go? A group of 5s and a group of 3s. Who cannot go? Everybody can go. So you're gonna get 15 square root of nothing. Okay? So that means that one is a perfect square root. A square root of 225 is 15. I will say, you should know all the square roots up to 12, okay, which is 144. Square root of 144 is 12, okay? As far as like 13, 14, 15, a lot of people don't know those, which is fine, okay, but up to 12, you should know all of those ones. Okay. What period does he?
He's going to be in your second period.
Okay. 3 times 15. 45. Okay, and then we got 5 and 9, 3 and 3. So what is this radical going to be? Who can go? 3 square root of 5. Okay, and then 19, obviously it looks a little bit different, okay? And this is what we're going to be doing tomorrow, which these are like, I guess, multi-step multiplication, okay? However, the steps are kind of the same. So when we have parentheses and there's multiple stuff in there, that means distribute, okay? So, but the steps are fairly the same. So obviously the first thing I want to point out is there's a difference between 19 and 20. What is it? Yeah. Okay, so the 4 is not a square root of 4, it's just 4. Okay, and we already know that as long as the indexes are the same, okay, you can multiply the stuff together. So, so these ones you're going to say 15 times 10. $150 plus, because there's a plus sign. Okay, now, because this one does not have the square root, okay, this is the same as writing 4 square root of nothing. Okay, so, or that being a nothing being a 1, okay? So, the 4, it's just going to look like this. So, there's really a 1 right here. So, what is 1 times 4? 4 square root of 15. Okay, so that one is what that's going to look like. Okay, if there was a 2 right here, then you'd say 4 times 2, okay, which would be 8 there, okay? So you multiply the outsides together, you multiply the insides together, okay? So this one, you're doing both insides. So you're saying 2 times 10 and then 2 times 2, both with a square root on top of it, okay? And then all we have to do is simplify. So what is some factors of 150? 2 and 75? 75. 3 and 25. And then 5 and 5. So what is this radical going to be? Who can go? The group of 5s can go. Who cannot go? 2 and 3. Okay, and then we need to obviously check this one. 15. What are some factors of 15? 3 and 5. Okay, who can go? Nobody. So 15 is going to stay 15. So over here, it's going to be plus 4 square root of 15. Okay, if you did this, you could say, well, 3 and 5 cannot go, so they're going to go back in, and then we times them, which is still that 15. Okay, so that's how we got that part. Okay, and then what is this 2 and 3 going to be? 6. So we got 5 square root 6 plus 4 square root of 15. Okay, and again, we can't put those two together. Why? Okay, we're adding, and the insides are not the same, so we cannot put them together. Okay, you guys have 10 problems to do. Go through, get them done.